Super quick video this week for Technical Thursday. The last Technical Thursday, I think, I do a lot of these videos, so sometimes I forget, was actually about where the market was right back in this area. At least maybe not the last one, but a couple of them ago. We were talking in this area about how, my favorite setup is a strong area of resistance that's broken, coming back and retest, and then starting to push higher. I think it's simple, which means it's probably better. And trend following, and right where you're wrong. If you get a solid close below this area, it's time to go there. And so it has all of the aspects that I like from a very simple setup, right? And then let's just fast forward a little bit and look at what's happened here recently, starting yesterday. So we just move that line up to now these prior highs, that resistance point. We break that resistance point. We've come back and we retested here at 574, 575 in this area. And now we're holding this now today. So what I'm going to be watching going forward on the SPY is just this zone right here. And you can actually just mark it with yesterday's low. So if yesterday's low gets violated and we start to push lower, then I think it's not time to get worried, but it's time to say, okay, well, maybe this is a failed top and we have to be a little bit more defensive. If we just start to move up from here, then it means this stair-step pattern has continued. And this stair-step pattern, to me, from a psychology point of view, is just showing that people that miss the breakout right here are willing to buy when it gets back to that price. And that's what you want to see. If people aren't willing to buy when it gets back to that price, then they're just not that bullish. So it's how much FOMO does the market have? That's what we're trying to gauge when we look at things like charts. Now, another single stock example is this SMR. So I've talked about this here a few times, but it has also been part of StatsEdge Pro, which you can check below. I have 4 algorithms that are part of it now that I run every single week. And then I send out, here's the output of these algorithms. Here's what would have happened if you traded them back to 1980. So you know what the win rate is, what the risk reward looks like, the rules around all the trades, all of that is kind of sorted. And then here's the setups. Do your own analysis, do your own work, and figure out which ones it is you like. SMR actually came from the pullback algorithm. And this green line right here is a price alert. This is where the system said, hey, take a look to buy it right here. Now, I did, just because I really do like this stock, and it's just retracing partway through this massive day. Call this an igniting day or something, but it was a big push through this resistance right here. And now it's come back to that zone. So I'm treating this the same as I'm treating the SPY. The original stop was down here below this low, but now I'm looking at it and saying, well, if we're going to respect this prior high and we're going to start to bounce from here, I don't want to see a close below this level. So it makes my trading much simpler. I was okay, and I sized myself being okay risking the prior stop, but now I'm just going to risk this stop right here. So if we tag that and start to move higher, that's great. If we're just going to pop from here, if this fails and moves lower, then I'm going to be stopped out very quickly and just on to the next trade. So always think about this. Look left and see where was the prior resistance point when we're pulling back. Is there some area in which people might miss and be jealous? The way I'm looking at it is, if you look at this prior high, this was the all-time high at this point for SMR. We broke through that all-time highs so fast that a lot of people may have missed it. So as we're pulling back into this area, and not exactly just this line, it looks like it's respecting that perfectly, but you could even just say this 1550 area, somewhere in that zone, right? Always give a little bit of wiggle room on things. If I was someone who I wanted to buy it above this high, and then I come back from work and it just had ripped all the way up here, I'd go, oh, darn, let me set some alerts, maybe set some orders to see if we can come back and I can get anywhere near that price. If there's enough limit orders there, that will cause it to be supported and we'll push higher. So that's the idea behind it. That's how I can use it from even an algorithmic point of view. I know that if I just take these pullbacks without thinking, I know that I've got about a 56% win rate. I know that over time it does very, very well. I know the max drawdown. I know what my potential yearly gain should be. All of that stuff. I just know it all already. And then I can take that and I can apply very basic technical analysis. Not a lot of crazy indicators on here, just very basic technical analysis on top of that, hopefully to get a little bit of an edge up on top of what the algorithm's giving me just by filtering out just with a very basic technical mind. So if you're interested in trying this, come on over to stats@trading.com, link in the description below.